everybody. Before I get started, I want to give a big shout out to the hosts of this collab, and those are Dee from Skinny Jeans for Lifetime, and Anita from Chit Chat Paddywhack, wonderful, beautiful ladies, have marvelous channels. Go and check them out. They are absolutely, absolutely amazing. And I'm very honored to be part of this collab. Also, please go check out everybody else, and that's in the description bar, because they're going to have some wonderful tips as well that you can use. And thank you for being here. All right, let's get started. This collab is called 5 Tips for New Weight Watchers. And I'm hoping that these tips can be used across the board, not just if you're new to Weight Watchers, but no matter what health journey you're on, or whether you're a Weight Watcher or not, or have been a Weight Watcher for a while. So some things that I find help me out. I'm 53 years old, and I've been on a weight loss journey for about 30 years or so, and so, you know, there's lots of ups and downs with that, lots of new information that you find out along the way about what works best, and lots of body changes, right? So there are some things that I think I've been able to incorporate into my life, and I'm hoping that you can glean something from that. So let's get started. I'm going to count down from 5 to 1. And number 5 is seems obvious, but it's super important, and that is label everything. And that, I really mean that. It's so important as you go shopping and you bring that wonderful food home to help nourish your body, or treat yourself, or whatever you're bringing it home for. Label it. I keep a Sharpie in my drawer with all of my Ziploc bags and my cling wrap and everything, and as I load the bags at home, I lay everything out, I grab my phone with my bar scanner ready, and I grab that Sharpie and I just start labeling, and I put point values on everything. You start to see things in ratios, I think, when you do that, and that is, you know, I can look at this bread and go, oh, that's 3 points for one of those slices, therefore I'm only going to have 1. I'll have open-faced sandwiches with that bread, but this bread over here, I know I can have 2 of those for 3 points, therefore I can have a closed sandwich. And you can start becoming more familiar with how that food is going to fit into your day, and that's so important. Dry goods, very oftentimes, like rice and pastas and things like that, are, just remember that maybe like a 1/4 cup for 4 points or whatever, they're usually referring to a 1/4 cup dry. All right, my number 2 tip is going to be prepared. Obviously, labeling your foods is going to be part of that, but what I really mean is know what it is that you want, and the things that satisfy you and please you, and that are going to fit into your nutritional you know, journey and your health experience here, and be prepared with those items. So for me, I'm on the purple plan. Sometimes that means on the weekends I make large batches of sweet potatoes and whole grains, and I use those throughout the week. I also prepare for my family so that they're not caught in a pinch, and that we can have dinners together that not only fit into purple plans but blue and green as well. I'll make casseroles and things like that, or maybe large batch chicken breast to use throughout the week, you know, things like that, and things that I can just pull out. And if I make a whole bunch of chicken breast, I know I could use it for casseroles, fried rice dishes, soups, pastas, and sandwiches and things like that, even salads. So I have a good protein base there, but you know, just know what it is that you need. I used to have the need for something sweet late in the afternoon, which right now I don't. I feel like, you know, especially with the whole grains, it keeps me until dinner, and so I don't have to do that anymore. But I used to be a fool for those Fiber One brownies, and I would take a dollop of Cool Whip and I'd put that on, and I'd take a couple of tablespoons of PB Fit and I'd put that on, and all together it was just like 4 or 5 points. it was so amazing with a cup of coffee or some tea late in the afternoon. And it really got me over that pinch, you know, when I would be looking for something sweet. Some people don't have a sweet tooth. Sometimes they have a salty tooth, and they say that, you know, that could be their downfall, is to have some chips at that time, or late in the evening. So what I'm suggesting is foresee that that's going to happen, that's your need or that's your want, and go ahead and plan something that's going to help keep you on track during that time. Sometimes tracking ahead of time, like the night before for the next day, is very helpful. I've found that to be beneficial as well. And I usually do that if I'm going to be going to a party or a celebration, especially as we move into the holidays, and if you know what's going to be served, go ahead and pre-track for the Christmas parties and things like that, so that you have a map and you have a plan and you have a way to maneuver through those parties and celebrations. And or if you're going to go out to eat, you have a map and you have an agenda. You have something to follow that's going to help keep you on track, and you know the points ahead of time and you know where you're at, right? So if you deviate from that just a little bit, you know how far off you're going, because if you don't have a plan, you are running the risk of going, well, I've already thrown the towel in here, I might as well go hog wild. And you do want to avoid that mentality if at all possible, because no matter what, just know that we all have had that moment where we feel like, oh, I've already gone this far, I might as well go all the way. You have not gone all the way. Even if you've gone this far, you've only gone this far. So don't go all the way. Anyway, that's something to remember. You've only gone this far. You may have gone this far, but you've only gone this far, right? So don't throw in the towel the rest of the way. But anyway, be prepared. And if you're looking for a large batch Weight Watcher prepping videos, I highly recommend Planning Us Healthy. Christy does a marvelous job at that. So go and check her out. All right, number 3. Be honest with yourself. This is just what I have found out for myself, is I need to be honest with myself. And to subtitle that, put the blame where the blame belongs. So that means, you know, if you're gonna go out to Mexican dinner, don't go and have the margarita and eat the chips before your dinner and then, you know, put on some weight during that week or the next day. You're retaining all kinds of water, and where do we blame? Well, we go back the day before and we go, oh, you know, before that margarita and the chips, I had 2 servings of fruit, and a lot of non-fat yogurt. So nope, those 0-point foods don't work for me. Put the blame where the blame belongs. Okay, so it was probably the chips, right? Maybe it was the margarita. Anyway, just to remember, though, to put the blame where the blame belongs, and don't blame the 0-point foods if it's not the 0-point foods, right? So, but anyway, that's kind of a hard one to face sometimes. I think they get a lot of flack, 0-point foods, and we give our binges and our mini binges a free pass sometimes because it's harder to look those in the face and realize that that's probably to blame. So anyway, number 2, eat the rainbow. Okay, so eating the rainbow, talking about fruits and veggies mostly, and that is, you know, get all those different colors in. Cruciferous veggies are very important. They are going to help you, it feeds your gut bacteria. They've got a lot of fiber. And if your gut is in good shape, your immune system's in good shape, your skin's in good shape, you're going to be feeling better. You're going to be able to digest things a little bit more. So definitely try to get as many vegetables in as you can. Figure out a way to do that. Soups, salads, steaming, however it is that you can get them in, try your best. Smoothies, sometimes those are good. You can hide greens in smoothies very easily, and you'd be surprised at the type of greens you can hide in smoothies. I've actually hidden black beans, and definitely spinach, but kale and various different types of greens like fennel and things like that in smoothies, and my kids have just loved them. So it's amazing how you can get this stuff in, but it's so important. Fruits and veggies provide vitamins and minerals, antioxidants. Are full of ready water-rich glucose, which is great for your skin, fiber, fullness, the feeling of abundance, because you want to feel like you're living in abundance, not in deprivation. I really believe that. If you are feeling like you need that something sweet in the afternoon, and it's either I can have this cookie for so many points, or I can have a banana or an apple for 0 points, or a banana and an apple, or 2 bananas, or whatever it takes you to get rid of that feeling, then you're still going to be probably better off than you would if you had maybe the cookie, right? Because you're going to want another cookie. And by the time you're done, you will have had maybe double the amount than even 2 fruits, right? So have the fruit if you want. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel guilty. Eat your rainbow. Right. And my number one tip doesn't really have a lot to do with food, but it has a lot to do with you and you being able to carry yourself over that goal. And that is know your goal. A lot of people will call this know your why. For me, I think know your goal really says it for me, because I think that it's so important for you to be able to visualize where you want to go. What kind of lifestyle do you want to live, right? Have that inner, that fantasy board in your mind of this is the way that I want to be eating. This is not just the weight that I want to be at, but this is the kind of health I want to be in. These are the types. I want to be the kind of person that makes these types of decisions in my life. I want to be the type of person that has this for breakfast. I want to be the type of person that can say no to this and say yes to this. I want to be as descriptive as you can. In fact, I suggest highly writing it down, exactly the types of things that you want to be doing, where you want to be, how you want to be living, and visualize it daily, even if you have to verbalize it daily. Verbalizing it daily is very important. It's just so important to, I don't want to say fake it till you make it, but it is so important to help keep you on track, because once you start to identify and make decisions that propel you in that direction, say maybe instead of wearing the same gray sweatsuit every day because I don't feel like I deserve to have the life that I really want, buy yourself a new workout outfit, the kind that you really like. Make it really beautiful. Buy some outfits that you're gonna feel fabulous in, and don't wait for the day that you feel like you finally achieved it, because you want to be making the decisions that are going to propel you into that lifestyle. Start living the lifestyle that you want to live in then, right now, because what's going to happen is that's going to help you and feed your inner self-esteem and your inner audience, that one that you really need to feed, to go, you know what, I do deserve to live that lifestyle right now, because eventually you're not going to be faking it. You're going to be making it. Fake it as you make it, right? Because one day you're going to make it and you're not going to fake it. So anyway, so that's it. Know your goal, and I want to say live your goal. And so those are my 5 tips. Okay, guys, I love you a lot. I hope if you found me that you stick around for more videos. All right, we got cut off there. Anyway, just saying goodbye. Thanks so much for tuning in again, and we'll see you next time. Check out the links below, and thanks to Dee and Anita again for inviting me to this awesome collab.